We have to do it. We've got to get Trevor talking about the other Manchester club, Manchester United. Come on, Trevor. You can't wear your blue-tinted specs on this one.
No.
Ten Hag, now said to have agreed to become the next manager of Manchester United, set to sign a 3-year contract with the option of a further year. The announcement could come as soon as the end of this month, so that's not long to wait. As a City fan, are you beginning to think, yeah, this guy could do it?
I think Manchester United, years behind. I've got to be honest, I was at the game at Goodison on Saturday, and it was a sorry sight to see the lack of effort, the lack of spirit, the lack of togetherness, the lack of cohesion, the lack of planning. I didn't know what game plan they had, and the way they went under and didn't show any fight to get back in the game. That's not Manchester United for me. I was brought up playing against teams of Manchester United that was superb, and even if they were having a bad day, they would fight tooth and nail for every inch and every second ball. Listen, he's a good manager. He's not done anything in the Champions League. He understands the model at Ajax. I think they've improved as a team since he started to get a turn out of them. But you have to say he's unproven.
Yeah.
Again, we've gone for the mystique, the manager that we don't really know too much about. Yeah, he looks like Pep. He's follically challenged, but I think that's as far as the similarities go. For me, I would say there's a bigger picture in play. You've got to upskill all the coaches in the academy to play this model of football, this style of football. Because if they're going to go down the route where similar to Manchester City and Ajax and play total football, all the coaches need upskilling. And if you can't upskill them, change them, he'll need to bring his own coaching team in. We've talked about it before, director of football. I'm not sure Fletcher and Murta are the right people. They might be. They might understand it. They might not, because they were brought up in a different era, right. An era of superstars, an era of individuals at Manchester United. Ryan Giggs and you... Paul Scholes and players of that ilk.
Yeah.
This is a different era of football.
Well, Simon, it seems like no time at all since I was standing at Carrington in my other role at Sky Sports News speaking to Rennie Mullenstein when we found out that Sir Alex was retiring. This guy will be the 5th manager post-Ferguson. When does this become the impossible job? Is it already?
When does it become an impossible job? It doesn't become an impossible job. It's always been a difficult job. It's always been a challenging job. It had a 26-year sabbatical from being a challenging job because it had somebody that took 4 years to get himself together and then dominated for 22 years. The challenge is always going to be a club that has this kind of management structure for 26 years and then needs to change when the competition has gotten so significant. No one could have legislated for this league being infiltrated by the power of the finances that started with Abramovich and has arrived with Sheikh Mansour and may land in Newcastle relatively shortly. So you can't underestimate the challenges that United have got.
Yeah.
But notwithstanding that, Ten Hag is walking into an environment that's becalmed. It's becalmed by a manager that I thought would go in there and kick backsides and take numbers, and he's done none of that. In fact, he's taken it to a point where he's almost we're watching something that's like a little bit of a tragedy in front of us, where the players seem to be able to do precisely what they want. There's no motivation or reaction from them.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I think, Everton beat Manchester United 4-0. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said that there's a group of players here that won't be here in a year's time. Well, from that group of players, of the 11 that started, 9 are still at the club and 6 were in the starting lineup against Everton. So it tells you that a challenge is not just off the pitch to be able to get leaders. They've got to break this playing squad up and get rid of these people that are in there. Pogba's got to go. There are other players in that mix that have got to be taken out.
Ronaldo driving out as he drives in?
Graham Souness and anyone with half a brain looked at the Ronaldo situation thinking, is this what Manchester United have become?
Yeah.
Where they're going to turn to a player that was once a superstar, will still be a superstar, but who will be a superstar that has a cameo role.
Yeah.
And United needed more than that.
Okay.
I think the change of management, Ten Hag's got his work cut out. He's got his work cut out. But if he's the real deal and he does his contract, because the need is Manchester United, he's all right where he is, doing nicely at Ajax. So if they want him, I'm assuming he's done his diligence and gone, right, this is what I'm coming for. This, best in class here, best in class here, best in class there, best in class here, or I'm not coming. So with that in mind, he's turning around and looking at it from that prism. If he doesn't make it effective within 4 or 5 transfer windows, which is about 18 months, 24 months, then he will be another casualty.
Becomes the next casualty. So you think as Ten Hag drives in, Ronaldo Trevor will probably drive out?
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.